Hi guys, it's Willie over here, W&M Victory Garden and Farm, and you know, I showed you yesterday real quick how I was making the ridge cap for the shade structure. Well, I got the shade structure in. It looks pretty nice. The shade structure is from Lowe's with the military discount. It came out about 70, I think it's $79. It was under 80, so it's not bad. 4 feet by 100 feet. And I wanted to take you guys in on how I actually created the horizontal trellis underneath to support this this new shade cloth. So let's kind of go up underneath here right quick, and you can see there's a drastic difference in the the volume of light that's coming through here. All right, so let's come up here. So from T-post to T-post across the way, I ran this guy right here. It's the Kevlar lining, the 250-pound braided test line across at every T-post. That's giving that overhead support down your line. So if you get a little bit of hail or whatnot, it can actually support some weight. I bet you I could lay up here. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to somewhat collapse it, but you know, and it just allows everything to be much more cooler, and it's going to support overall plant health. The soil is not going to dry out. As you can see, I got the straw that's down here. That's really helping retain moisture. But this overhead is a game changer. This is going to make a huge difference in the production and overall quality of the fruit that I'm getting from my plants. As you can see, I've got tomatillos going down the middle on this row. I've got a few already taken off, a bunch of flowers going on, a bunch of little buds forming. Those will be tomatillos here soon. On this side, I have my aromas and my Ace 55s going down the middle. And, you know, I maintain just a hair of the bottom of them so that way they don't get any access of pests and whatnot down on there. So here are some of the plants that I've been trellising using my horizontal trellising method. It looks like that one lost its eye on the plant, so it's going to create a new one right here. Sometimes your plant will deadhead and won't be able to grow anymore vertically, and it will only be able to bush out. Sometimes you get that more often in seedlings that you've started rather than your big guys. But, you know, I had a big one last year that grew to 1 foot, put out one massive Tom Kellogg tomato, and then it just deadheaded itself and never grew vertically. And I had already cut too many suckers off as just routine maintenance, and it didn't grow anymore. It was a very healthy plant, just not a tomato plant. It was just a plant. You got to be able to grow tomatoes to qualify as a tomato plant, in my opinion. Here's another here's another piece right here, example of my horizontal trellis method. And you know, you want to take this plant, again, the thickness of a pencil, and you'll take this guy, bend it down, and then we'll take the tape gun here in a minute and we'll secure it right through there and allow it to continue growing down that line. Whereas this big guy up here, look at these maters, by the way. Look at them things. Anyway, so this guy needs to be trellised, and I can choose a direction. I can either go down this way, or I actually have more of an opening to go down that way. But it's going to have to get a little bit more growth on it to be able to go that way. Again, I don't want to injure my tomatoes down this way. So I'm going to continue to get this stuff improved and built up. And again, I appreciate all you guys along on the journey. And as always, y'all stay blessed. Appreciate you watching. Later.